I'm off to run some errands. Please tidy up this place.
No!
Wow! How did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
First, scan the QR code to download the app. The B-Box app works on both Android and Apple platforms. Next, log into the website portal and set up an account. All customers with an existing Benny's account, whether personal or business, will be automatically enrolled in B-Box. If you do not already have a Benny's account, tap the sign up link to register. A welcome email and a temporary password will be sent to you. Once you're all set up, shop at Benny's locations near you to start building your B-Box rewards. To learn more, visit our website at www.bbox.bz. Remember, loyalty is always rewarding with B-Box. Brought to you by Benny's, quality and savings.
Belize City, get ready for a safe and reliable e-taxi experience like never before. Building on the success of our e-ride bus service, we've heard your feedback, Belize City. We've seen your enthusiasm and how eagerly you've embraced zero-emission transportation in our community. Introducing the e-ride taxi, an electric taxi service, bringing you a cleaner, greener way to travel around our beautiful city. As part of the transformative Belize City e-ride program, this new service is another step toward modernizing our transportation system for a sustainable future. Looking to book your first e-ride taxi? It's super easy. First, download the Medriva app and register. Then, book your ride. Insert your pickup and drop-off location. Select e-ride, choose the number of occupants, and pick your preferred payment method. Confirm your ride and track your e-ride in real time as it makes its way to you. It's fast, eco-friendly, and designed for your comfort. So don't wait. Download Medriva today and let's drive Belize City towards a brighter, greener future, one e-ride at a time. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
In the headlines for tonight's newscast, caregivers at Marla's House of Hope held up at gunpoint by gunmen. Decomposed body of Big Falls Village resident found in Silver Creek Village. Ministry of Agriculture hosts Fusarium Forum, and is there a shortage of coconut? These stories and more coming up next on Plus News. Stay tuned.
Brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
Good evening and welcome to Plus News for Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. I am Julian Cruz. This morning at around 5:30 a.m., two masked gunmen entered Marla's House of Hope, a non-profit children's home in Belmopan, and held two staff members at gunpoint. According to reports, the gunmen approached a caregiver, held her at gunpoint, and then forced her to guide them through the building. The men allegedly searched the home asking for a specific person by name, but the caregivers informed them that there was no one present at the home by that name. Shortly after, the gunmen fled the scene, leaving the premises without physically harming the staff or children present, with nothing being reported stolen. The police has launched a full investigation into this matter, suspecting the attackers to be of Hispanic descent. The decomposed body of an unidentified man was found earlier today in Silver Creek Village in the Toledo district. The body was later taken to the Southern Regional Hospital, where the man was identified as 61-year-old Pablo Che, a resident of the area. According to the police department's initial investigation, it is believed that Che was killed and that the motive for his death is robbery. Police are awaiting the results of a post-mortem examination to determine Che's cause of death. The Belize Bus Owners Association, the BBA, has issued a press release calling out the Minister of Transport, the Honorable Louis Zabane. Last week, we brought you an interview with Minister Zabane where he spoke about the National Bus Companies Pro Tem Advisory Committee's first meeting. The committee has representation from numerous sectors, including an active bus operator, Oswin Blease. According to the BBA, however, Blease's appointment was a direct move by Minister Zabane to stifle the BBA and not give them a voice. In the BBA's press release, they stated that Blease is a novice and that his appointment was a bad faith move by the minister. We spoke with Minister Zabane today to get his reaction to the BBA's press release.
We are certainly not in any quarrel with the members of the BAA. And they have a right, of course, to their own views. Mr. Oswin Blease was chosen as one of the members of the operators who signed on to be the person with that perspective of the operators on the committee. So then we saw this press release from the BAA, the Belize Bus Association, the BBA, with respect to that choice. So that's an unfortunate interpretation from their end. It was in no way for us to purposely, as they would say, that I would interpret what they're saying, disrespect them in any way by choosing Mr. Blease to be the person on that committee. Mr. Blease brings a wealth of experience in the bus business. He's a smaller operator. He has been to all the consultations. And so we feel that he is going, will be instrumental in bringing that perspective to the process. And that is how we came about choosing him.
Is Mr. Blease a member of the Belize Bus Owners Association?
I guess he is an operator. He's a listed operator. And if they claim that all the operators are members of the BBA, then I guess he is. The fact is that at all of our meetings, the beginning of May and the end of May, that we held with all the operators, Mr. Blease was there among them and was a vocal participant in those meetings, expressing his views, some views critical and some views supporting the process. So I feel very comfortable that he will bring to bear good judgment and good guidance to the process.
Minister Zabane addressed the BBA's concerns further, stating that the ministry is meeting with each operator individually so as to not leave out anyone. Zabane called the press release a knee-jerk reaction.
Today I am in Orange Walk meeting with some of the members who have not signed on as yet. So remember that we have to get the information from each individual operator. It's not from the BBA. The BBA does not have that information that of the detail that we want, in the details that we want. So the auditors need to go to each of the operators to get information on the value of their assets that will come to the consolidated company, to get information on their cash flows that they're making month to month, year to year, to determine how long they've been in business, etc. So it's not for the BBA itself to be audited. It's for the operators, the individual operators. And so that is where we are at this point in time. We have 22 of the 31 operators, okay, who have agreed. Now, on paper now, we have 19 that have signed up. Not all of them have yet been able to come into the office to actually pen their signatures. One of them just did that here today in Orange Walk. This evening, we should get another one in Belize City. Remember, many of these operators also drive their own buses. So it's difficult for them to come in to the office in Belmopan when their routes do not even come into that area. So now we are going out to meet them to get the final 3 or 4 of them. And the 22 operators that have signed on to this phase of the process comprise 70% of the market that is being served by the operators and by the number of actual operators if you use that ratio. So in no way is it that what we're doing does not represent the operators. The numbers are very clear. Who we have signed on represent 70% of the operators. So again, I believe it's just a knee-jerk reaction where now they're seeing that their own membership individually are making the decision to participate in a process that has been very transparent and where they understand that at the end of the day, it is about the commuters, that we are doing all of this for the welfare of the commuters.
Today, 22 of the country's 31 bus operators have signed on to the National Bus Company Agreement. Minister Zabane also spoke about the ministry's plans to construct new terminals across the country. The minister says that Toledo, San Ignacio, Benque, Orange Walk, and Belize City are all in need of new terminals, which should be completed in the next 5 years.
We have terminals across the country that will need to be built. One in Toledo, one in San Ignacio, one in Benque Viejo, and one in Orange Walk. And then the Belize City terminal has outlived its purpose there in terms of the size and the ability to serve people. So 5 terminals across this country will need to be built over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years or so, at least hopefully within this term of our government. We will start and move forward with them. The other terminals, we're working on upgrading them so that we can serve our people properly at these other terminals. But all of this needs to happen in a phased way as we put things in place. So that is precisely what we're doing. We're working in a programmatic way where we put one foot forward as we get certain things done along the way.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness has announced that Belize has gone more than 2 full incubation periods without any new measles cases, marking the successful containment of the outbreak that began back in April of 2025. The outbreak linked to international travel to Mexico resulted in 34 confirmed cases across Corozal and Cayo districts. All affected individuals were unvaccinated. 1 person was hospitalized and no deaths were reported. Officials credited effective public health measures, cooperation from affected individuals, and public support for helping to control the spread. As measles cases rise across the Americas, the ministry continues enhanced surveillance of fever and rash illnesses. The public is urged to stay alert and ensure vaccinations are up to date, particularly the MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine. Travelers are advised to confirm their measles vaccination status at least 2 weeks before departure. Fusarium TR4 Forum held in Tea Kettle. More on that story right after this break.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
Let's all be safe during the rainy season. Belize Electricity Limited reminds you that heavy rains can cause flooding in your neighborhood and on roads. Avoid driving or walking in flooded areas, which can have hidden dangers such as debris and fallen power lines. Belize Electricity Limited cares about your safety. Please stay safe.
Cuando yo era estudiante, ICB estaba ahí para protegerme, asegurando mi educación y futuro. Cuando obtuve mi primer auto, ICB estaba ahí para protegerme, brindándome una excelente cobertura y tranquilidad en el camino. Cuando nos mudamos a nuestro primer apartamento, ICB estaba ahí para protegernos, asegurando nuestras pertenencias y brindándonos una sensación de seguridad. Y cuando obtuvimos nuestra primer casa, ICB estuvo ahí para nosotros, protegiendo nuestro hogar y todo por lo que hemos trabajado tan duro.
En cada paso del viaje de tu vida, ICB está para ti. Para más información, llámenos al 224-5328 o visite nuestra oficina más cercana.
Man, I can't explain how I feel. But honestly, I happy. Happy. Maybe I don't show it, but I really happy. I've been living with my mom and we have one room, and I have 3 big boys, so me and my Kamala have a room, and 2 of my boys were actually big, sleep with my mom, so we kind of share. And I glad to have my house because at least I have something on my own finally back. And I was sleeping there tonight.
I knew what challenges she might have faced. I knew even more the challenges MIDH would face trying to build somewhere like Monkey River. We had to come in and try to not let her lose her investment and try to assist her while staying within the budget. She played her role in trying to get her home together, and that always helps us because Belizeans and MIDH, we make magic.
It's a sweet and sour feeling. You know, we feel good because it's one family that have received its house, and we have been able to uplift them through the government of Belize and with the support of the Ministry of Infrastructure Development. But we understand that there are thousands of people more across the country of Belize that need help.
When the power goes out, life is disrupted. Be prepared and keep your home powered up with a generator from Benquip. we carry brands such as Honda, Kohler, and JCB. Schedule your installation, maintenance, and assessment to keep your generator ready and waiting to protect your family and home the next time the power fails. Stay in control of your power with a generator from Benquip Equipment Parts Service.
Today, the Ministry of Agriculture, in collaboration with the Republic of China, Taiwan, and the International Regional Organization for Health in Agriculture, ORISA, held a national forum on Fusarium TR4. This strain of Fusarium targets bananas, and in a joint effort to protect Belize's banana industry, new banana varieties that are resistant to Fusarium TR4 were grown throughout the country. According to Minister Mai, while the disease isn't currently in Belize, it is just a matter of time before it reaches, and Belize must be prepared.
We know that the disease will get here. We don't know when. And in view of that, the Ministry of Agriculture, and the Republic of China have now planted out a new cultivar. This cultivar originated in Taiwan. Formosana is the name of that cultivar. It is a mutant and it is resistant to the TR4 fungus. So we did the trials in Belize. We know that the Formosana is resistant to TR, and so we did the trials to look at the growth pattern, the palatability, the acceptability, because you can have a resistant variety, but the market may not accept it because of the color, the size, the shape, and of course the palatability. Well, we did those tests in Belize and Central Farm. We did 2 other more trials in the southern part of Belize on the farms in Stan Creek and Toledo. And we now found that this variety is very well produced in Belize. It can grow well. It has similar characteristics as the one we're exporting right now to Belize, the Cavendish. And so we have passed the test.
Minister Mai says now that the varieties have been planted in Belize, the next step is to mass produce the variety to ensure that what happened to the sugarcane industry does not repeat itself in the banana industry.
Since we know the disease is going to be here anytime, we need to start to now prepare to mass produce this alternative cultivar, which is the Formosana. So we have to move, maybe not abandon the Cavendish right now, but at least have the alternative planted so that if the disease hits, we are ready to multiply and to expand production of that resistant variety. So today we're closing with this forum with all the banana producers, all the technicians, explaining to them what Formosana is, explaining to them Fusarium, how do we detect it. We're also prepared, Baja is prepared with all the lab equipment to identify the disease quickly when it appears in Belize. So we are one step ahead of the game with Fusarium oxysporum, our TR4 for bananas.
And while the ministry seems to have a handle on Fusarium TR4 that affect bananas, the country is still currently in a war against Fusarium wilt, the disease that is affecting over 40,000 acres of cane fields in the north of the country. Last week, representatives from the Ministry of Agriculture paid a visit to Mexico, who is also battling the disease, to trade information regarding its effects and possible methods to eradicate it. Minister Mai says that there is a solution that can be sprayed on the cane fields, but it would cost $300 per acre, and the cane farmers would have to put in at least 33% of the expected cost.
The devastation in the citrus in the sugar industry is there. We are trying our best to control the disease. We are trying our best to try to mitigate the effects. This crop was horrible. It is very challenging. We have 160,000 tons of sugarcane less this year. We have 24,000 tons of sugar less this year. We have $61.6 million less in the sugar industry this year. The farmer's share of that is about 40 million of 61, let me see, $39 million. That is what total revenue loss was $61 million, 61.6. Of that, the farmer's share is $40 million almost. So there's a lot less money for the farmers this year in sugarcane. The price right now is almost $30 less than it was last year. So the price went down. We have less money for the farmers because of the quality, less sugar. And so we're in a very difficult position this year. We are using a cocktail which was developed by Siri based on what the Mexicans are using and based on our experience and our technicians' advice. And we started spraying last week. The cost of spraying per acre is close to $300 or there about $300. So the Ministry of Agriculture is putting $200 and the farmers putting $100 so that we can do a pilot trial for about 2,000 acres. We started spraying last week and we hope to start to see the effects of the first application by next week. We're going to see if the intensity is reducing, and then we have 3 more applications of other biological control products. At $300 per ton, maybe it was coming at $300 per acre, it will translate to about $15 per ton to treat fusarium and cane field. So, and the price right now is very depressed, and so we are in a very difficult situation. We are also looking. The Ministry of Finance is working along with DFC to see if we can make the financing available to the farmers at a cheaper interest rate. The commercial banks are at 14% interest rate. The farmers cannot survive with that. And so the Prime Minister is seriously looking at how we will finance the farmers at an affordable rate.
And while the ministry is battling fusarium in the northern parts of the country, it is also dealing with the screwworm outbreak, which currently has up to 200 active cases. Despite the high number of cases, however, Minister Mai says that Belize's ability to export cattle has never been stronger.
Cases. Our markets continue to be strong, our export markets. Mexico has continuously purchased animals. There haven't been any problems yet so far, although the Mexicans are feeling a bit challenged because the U.S. has closed their markets again in the northern part of Mexico, and so they are a little concerned. Our markets continue to be strong. We continue to export. The price at this time is the highest it's ever been in the history of cattle, in the cattle industry. In the history of the cattle industry today, we have the highest prices. Young bulls are being paid at $3.10 a pound. It has never, ever been like that before, never. And so the market is strong, it's still strong, which is a good thing. But we are in the field again trying to control screwworm. Awareness is very important, treating animals, treating wounds, reporting the cases to Baja Ministry of Agriculture and to other organizations. And so we hope to keep the incidences under control.
And here as well is another kicker. The country of Belize is currently experiencing a shortage of coconuts due to an increase in the demand. According to the Minister of Agriculture, dry coconuts and green coconuts are currently hard to find, as Guatemala is buying an excess of dry coconuts and silkgrass is buying a large amount of green coconuts.
The cottage level processors, those who do the coconut oil in their backyard, have been experiencing a shortage of dry coconuts. Those who sell green coconuts on the street side also having difficulty getting green coconuts. We have close to about 18,000 acres of coconuts, and we have another maybe 3,000 acres or so to be coming to production in very, very near future, maybe by the end of this year. But the demand for coconuts is growing. The Guatemalans are buying all our dry coconuts. We've sold close to 800,000 coconuts to Guatemala. The Guatemalans are buying coconuts. So that has created a shortage for the cottage level processors. The green coconuts, Silkgrass is buying much of the product in the southern part of Belize for bottling and exporting to the CARICOM. The local market, the fresh drinking water is taken off very well, and so the demand is high. But we also have established the market to Mexico for green coconuts, which we haven't tried it. At this time, we are retrofitting the BMDC's packing plant in Orange Walk. We are about to get that ready. Maybe next week it will be ready to start to receive coconuts, treat them and put them in boxes to export to Mexico. So that is maybe in the next week or so will be ready. And so the main harvest for coconut will come in the next 6 months, I believe. We can start to harvest. We want to do an export trial to Mexico, to see that everything goes well, because while Senasica has given us the go-ahead, there still are sometimes you experience bugs in the system that you're not allowed, you have some hiccups on the border. So we want to do a small trial shipment to ensure that everything goes smooth, and then we can take off with that.
The government of Belize and the Belize Maya Forest Trust, the BMFT, announced the successful validation of the Belize Maya Forest Carbon Project under VERA's Verified Carbon Standard and Climate Community and Biodiversity Standard, the CCBS. This recognition affirms the project's adherence to strict environmental and social benchmarks. Developed in partnership with the Nature Conservancy, and the project could generate up to 29.8 million high-integrity carbon credits, providing funding for long-term forest protection and climate efforts. Following renegotiated terms from 2021, the government of Belize will receive an initial 1.48 million Belize dollars, with future proceeds from the sale of 19 million credits to benefit the country over time. The project permanently protects over 87,000 hectares of tropical forests, aims to prevent nearly 80,000 hectares of deforestation over 40 years, and safeguards vital ecosystems and species such as jaguars and tapirs. It also supports local communities through sustainable land management and participatory monitoring systems. We'll go for our last break of the night, and we'll be right back with more news.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
Oh man, one more scroll and my data is done.
said anything about running out. Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data, so you can scroll till your fingers cramp. Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
Give me the real milk, the number one milk, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. You can whip it cream, for Dano milk it is real, yes, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. Dano milk in the morning, Dano milk in the evening, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Dano milk, then love Dano milk. All over this land and in Belmopan, yes, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Say in Tangriga, down south in PG, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. You can hear this talk, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Dano milk. I love Dano milk. Dano milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
Man, I can't explain how I feel, but honestly, I happy. Happy. Maybe I not show it, but I really happy. I've been living with my mom and we have one room, and I have 3 big boys, so me and my Kamala have a room, and 2 of my boys were actually big, sleep with my mom, so we kind of share. And I glad to have my house because at least I have something on my own finally back, and I was sleeping there tonight.
I knew what challenges she might have faced. I knew even more the challenges MIDH would face trying to build somewhere like Monkey River. We had to come in and try to not let her lose her investment and try to assist her while staying within the budget. She played her role in trying to get her home together, and that always helps us because Belizeans and MIDH, we make magic.
It's a sweet and sour feeling. We feel good because it's one family that have received its house, and we have been able to uplift them through the government of Belize and with the support of the Ministry of Infrastructure Development. But we understand that there are thousands of people more across the country of Belize that need help. Being able to uplift them through the government of Belize and with the support of the Ministry of Infrastructure Development. But we understand that there are thousands of people more across the country of Belize that need help.
Wit Kids and the Belmopan Trojans have recently collaborated with Miss Jacqueline Burns to bring a poetry slam competition to the youths of Belmopan. This competition, open to all high school students, is set to kick off on Wednesday, July 30 at 6 p.m. at Bella V's Bistro on Doyle's Delight Street. And during this competition, participants will showcase their origin.
So I'm partnering with A Heart for Kids, which is an international organization led by Rob Harris, a past student of Belmopan Comprehensive, as well as Aldo Manzanero from Trojans, Belmopan Trojans, the basketball club. And they partner every summer. They usually bring in NBA players and so on to work with the basketball kids. And so one of the things that they're doing this year is that they're trying to include more kids in the performance arts. And so A Heart for Kids came up with this poetry competition is for high school age kids, but if we have primary school kids interested in registering, we're inviting them to come on out. We'll be over at Belavis Bistro on Doyle's Delight Street, and it takes place next Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. We have awesome prizes. We have first and second place prizes will be a laptop, which are tools that students can use, and then the third place prize gets a tablet. Yes. If you're interested in signing up for the competition, or if you're a parent and you know your child would be interested, reach out to me. I'm on social media, very easy to find, at Jacqueline Burns on Facebook. And if not, my number is on the flyer, 615-0472. And you can send me a message saying, you know, I am so-and-so and I wish to sign up. We want to have maximum participation so that we have a good competition. And this is something that if we get good response, we are hoping that we can do it annually. Originality, expression. We also want that the content will be age appropriate, and you know, we want to encourage young writers as well to put their works out there, and we want to reward them for excellence in that kind of creative art.
A family of 9 in Dendriga is in need of assistance. The mother of 7, Janet Carlis, currently lives with her 7 children alongside her elderly mother. She has no steady income and is fighting to provide for her family. Previously, the mother had been selling hot dogs from a borrowed cart until it was taken away, removing the family's source of income. According to the mother, the home they live in lacks running water and cooking is done over an open fire. Despite their situation, her eldest, a 14-year-old high school student, frequently fishes in a nearby river to bring back for his family and aspires to complete his education and become a doctor. In support of the family, Ladyville Highlights, a local business aimed at supporting people in need, recently donated a hot dog cart to help the mother regain her source of income. Following this story, a colleague of ours visited the mother in Dendriga to hear more of her story.
I want to thank Miss Elda and the Jude Foundation for all the help that I have already received. They give me groceries, they give me kids' clothes, but I really need a place to stay with my kids there, because the place where we don't stay, the house, when we rent the place, and we never did rent the house and rent my brother, and then we have to move. We give notice out of the place, and I don't have nowhere to go with my 7 kids there. They're only me and the 7 are there. I just work to sell hot dog, but the people take back the cats on me, so I end up to stay unemployed. I have my 14-year-old who want to finish his education and he have big dreams of becoming a doctor. His name is Michael Stefan. Everybody going on their own, you know, they may struggle too. My brother does help me, but he look for moving to his house with his kids and his family, you know. The hot dog business I want to get back and do. I go back out there and sell right front of the police station. I don't really do it already before. That does make money to pay my water bill, my house rent, you know, and provide food on the table for my kids. They can reach me at 634-73 at 7.
Those willing to assist the family with essentials such as food, school supplies, clothing, etc. have been asked to reach the mother directly at cell number 634-7307. Go ahead and do something good for this family. And that's our newscast for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in to Plus News, and be sure to join us right back here again tomorrow evening when we bring you all the latest happenings from around the country. Until then, God bless. Do have a lovely evening. See you again next time.